Yo, okay, I'm gonna go shred it up in the rain. What you think?
Stay safe on that super sport. If you don't come back, can I have your chicken?
Lindsay, pound it. Carbon fiber knuckles. The only way to pound it. It's still wet. It's still super wet. There's only one way to ride a super sport, and that's to ride in the super wet. Oh, gotta make sure I zipper down my rain gear. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit hesitant to ride this bike just because the little slack in the brakes. I think they need bled. But so here's the video: how to ride a super sport in the super wet. And the only way to do it is to do it fast. Super fast. To be honest with you guys, if you have good tires, and I got nice tires on there, I think I got like double compound Michelins, you have a lot of traction. I mean, my tires were cold. I just gave it a little bit of gas and the front end came up a little bit. You could ride wheelies in the rain. It's not I got tons of traction. You just gotta watch out for like braking on the turns and stuff. And it's depending on the road surface, it's gonna be a little more slick. Like that, those lines are definitely gonna be slicker than the actual road. But I could still beat you on your Harley in the rain on my Super Sport in the rain. Think about that. And you can actually turning's not that bad also, but you want to be a little, you want to feel your traction out. You kind of want to get an idea of what you got, and the best way to feel things out is when you're going straight. If your back tire spins a little bit when you're going straight, that ain't that bad. It's no big deal. Now when you're riding a lot and you're really pushing the limits and you're doing track stuff, you get a little more used to your back tire getting sideways when you're already sideways. But I mean, so I'm gonna get some fairly, you know, I'm getting fairly heavy on the braking. It's not bad. Nothing scary is happening. Now right there you can see that this road's a little slicker than the other road. So my back end just started spinning. The RPM started to spike. The back end kicks out. That felt about 6 inches to the right. Now right there, if I tried to do a wheelie right there, if I tried to get on it back on over that bridge, it would have grabbed. I use the most amount of rear braking and do trail braking when I'm riding in the rain, just to give it a little bit of, you know, that little more stability, and it's less likely that you're gonna lock up. If you're on a turn and you lock up your front tire, it instantly wants to drop the bike. So maybe in that situation, ABS might be a good idea, but ABS just gets in my way. Another good idea, if you're riding a bike like this, and you can, if you're smart enough, throw it on the C mode. I'm rocking the gear from Cycle Gear. It's a oh, I forgot to put on my jacket. I'm rocking the pants. I'm rocking the Cycle Gear Frog Tog all-weather pants. Forgot to put on my jacket, but that's fine. Oh, guys, let me mention the we're actually at Srkcycles. We're giving away a bike. Check out our Patreon page. It's a $10 subscription to exclusive Srkcycles content. You get a bunch of other perks, but on top of that, we're also giving away a motorcycle. It's a 2011 Black Line. After we give that one away, we're gonna give away another one, and then another one, and then another one. Check out our Patreon page. It's www.patreon.com/Srkcycles, or go to the link right below the video, and then you'll see the link. It's a pretty cool deal. It also gets you some cool VIP SRK opportunities. So, if you got the right gear, another big thing about riding in the rain, and I didn't mention, but I threw on, sorry, I got a cough. I threw about 2-3 layers of Rain-X on my windshield. I also put that on my GoPro. So the rain should be beating off my GoPro as good as it's beating off my windshield. Now, I'm under the impression that the more that the Rain-X is kind of like a waxy layer, so the more layers you can put on there, the longer it's gonna last, the better it is. But I got great visibility through my helmet right now. I mean, that was not crazy. It's not like heavy braking, like, you know, endo stoppy type of thing, but it's fairly heavy. Let me see if I can get the front end up here. Now now you do have less traction in the rain. Don't get me wrong. You do have less traction in the rain. So the most, if you're, I don't know, why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you how to wheelie in the rain? If you're gonna get the front end up in the rain, the best chance you have would be higher RPMs going faster. That you have a much better chance of getting it up in the rain in that situation than you would going low speeds and then dumping the clutch and relying on just pure power, because it's not going to stink, it's just going to spin. When I first came up with this idea, it was like soaking, I mean, it's wet, don't get me wrong, it is very wet. There's puddles, it's still kind of raining, but it's not like torrential. It's more fun when it's like torrential downpour. Another thing about riding in the rain is you want every piece of your body to be protected, because those raindrops going 60, 70 miles an hour, they are like bee stings. I mean, they hurt. When I put my foot down, all right, so I'm putting my foot down over here. I'm putting it on just a regular ground, and you know, you feel it's kind of slick. But then I put it down over here on the actual painted line. So much smoother, so much slipperier. If slipperier is a word, it would be, I would definitely describe it as that. See, I tried to dump the clutch, but it just spun. You might just want to think again before you ride in the rain. Especially if all you ever do is ride highway and your tires look awesome on the sides, but the middle has no water passageways. I mean, that's really the main thing. You know, a real sticky compound, but if you don't have any water passageways for that rain to get out, you're just gliding on water. That's why if you've ever driven like a, well, that's why if you ever see rain tires, one, they're deep. The tread is deep. The tread's real deep, but they're also and there's tons of rain passages. I mean, it's like But they are so sticky. Like, they're like gummy. And normal, just the tire just sitting there, you can just jab your nail in there and rip a piece out of them. They also tell you, yeah, you have to keep them in a climate controlled room while you're storing them. But I mean, it's incredible. You can put a rain tire on a bike and it sticks like the dry. It's impressive. Another cool thing about riding in the rain is, let's say something happens, you're just sliding. There's less friction on the road, so it's less likely that it's gonna wear through your gear and get you. I mean, if I were to low side the bike right here, I'm just gonna slide for a little bit. It'll be all right. Did you guys see that video? It was in like Europe of these guys, and they're like, I don't know, they're on the Autobahn or some. We Americans assume that every highway in Europe is the Autobahn. I know, we're cool like that, but I'm just touching the front brake. I'm also touching a little bit of the rear brake, very lightly on the rear. But these two people, they're on some touring bike, and they're just crushing it on some road in Europe. I think it was Europe, maybe it was Japan, I don't know. But then the guy hydroplanes, or for whatever reason, he gets off the bike, and they got GoPros on, and they're sliding for like 30 seconds or something like that. And they're sliding on the ground, and while they're sliding, he reaches for her, grabs her, and pulls her close. It was sick. It was pretty awesome. I got mad props for that guy for thinking of his girlfriend or wife or stranger, hitchhiker, who knows who it was, while he was sliding. That was super cool. They should get married after that. They should have that should have been like their marriage ceremony. Like, yo, we're gonna ride the bike, fall off in the rain, and I'm gonna grab you while we slide, and that means we're getting married. That means we're married. Man, that'd be cool. When I like redo my vows, I'm not gonna do that, but if I redid my vows with my wife, that's what I would do. So I am rocking this in C mode. C mode just kind of makes it a little tamer. I mean, I don't know if it really pulls down the horsepower, but it might. But what it definitely does is it makes the throttle response just a little bit less twitchy. Not much, but definitely make sure you're not like in a goofy position when you're on like a turn. When you're on a turn on one of those like yellow lines or painted lines, they feel slicker to me. I have no scientific evidence, but I do feel pretty confident riding in the rain, and I do not feel confident riding in the rain on those lines. So just throwing it out there, guys. Alright guys, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys later. Click down below if you guys haven't already subscribed to the to our Patreon page and become a VIP member with all those cool things you get to offer. Do it. Check it out. We are giving away a bike. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be sick. We'll see you guys later. Remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going.